Welcome to the presentation on the paper Designing Movement-Based Play with Young People Using Powered Wheelchairs, offered by Stanford Scholar Initiative. Currently, there are millions of young people with special needs who find it hard to engage in leisure activities because not much research and development has been done in this area. Researchers have primarily been focused on older players. Not much has been done to design accessible and engaging movement-based experiences for youngsters. Leisure activities provide opportunities for teenagers to bond, build connections, engage with different kinds of people, and learn social skills. With barriers to these activities, young people may become isolated, introverted, and unconfident of their abilities, which eventually scar their personality development. So something has to be done to tackle this basic issue to improve their lives. But it is difficult to compare and measure results of young people whose physical, mental health, and abilities sometimes vary significantly. Young people with mobility impairment encounter issues while trying to do any leisure activities. The authors address this problem using two methods. First, developing a wheelchair-controlled movement-based game in a school environment. Second, exploring player participation in easy wheelchair-controlled games and depicting in the form of case studies. The paper focuses on understanding different aspects of young people using these wheelchairs and developing engaging games for them. The authors surveyed 9 wheelchair-bound people aged between 13 and 22. The authors received perspective to personalized genre, themes, elements, features, controls, and mechanics in games. They then developed 3 games using wheelchair controls and recorded audience experience using these games to better understand the possible improvements. The authors used the participatory design process to get the perspectives of special kids about their approach and develop their research in stages to suit their needs. The PD sessions were focused on the following: desirable gaming themes to understand the design requirements, gaming avatar to understand how the special need kids wanted to perceive themselves in the games, whether as disabled or not, gaming inputs to understand what they required. Independence and accessibility were the important themes that emerged from this session. Lastly, refinement. This session was where the games were designed, tested, and the results were further used to refine the ideas. Each participant plays all of the 3 games and comments about their experience. Authors record a detailed account about them, such as their cognitive abilities, favorite game, the gaming system used, etc. Studies have shown certain level of engagement among young people through movement-based games. They also bring out the challenges faced, such as their representation and accessibility problems due to integration issues and diverse abilities among these people. Now let's look at some of the main contributions of the authors. First, the authors show how participatory development of the movement-based games has the potential to create engaging, playful experiences within a physical dimension. Second, people need to think beyond creating accessible game interfaces and focus on developing inclusive game content that appeals to players with disabilities. Third, they argue that it is important to ensure that games reflect how players, including young people with disabilities, view themselves and enable them to become who they strive to be through engaging and empowering playful experiences. Fourth, they have also analyzed how differences in cognitive abilities influence players' abilities of understanding game rules and subsequently achieving in-game goals. Let's take a look at some of the major outcomes. Useful information was found based on the impact of cognitive and physical abilities on player performance. Representation of disability in games can improve the player experience. Calibration of player location and alignment created accessibility issues. Lastly, players use wheelchair movement to express emotion. With this, we come to the end of this presentation. Thank you.